Spartans versus Vikings. A warrior known for his discipline and duty around 800 BC, and another a savage known for raiding villages for honor and glory around 1000 AD. They were alive at different time periods and were the strongest at their own time being. But what if they went to war and they were alive at the same time? Who would have won the war and came out as the strongest warrior of the human history? So around 700 BC, in this tiny island nation of Greece belonged Sparta. It was a city-state where Spartans used to live. They were born and bred warriors. They were only trained for battle, nothing else. Around 480 BC, they had their moment of glory at Battle of Thermopylae. The 7,000 soldiers, including 300 Spartans, went to war against Xerxes' army of 120,000 to 300,000. This was a disgusting battle where it went around 3 days until Ephialtes, no, he was not a hunchback in real life, where Ephialtes backstabbed the Greeks and the Spartans and showed a way where Persian army could enter. Eventually, the Spartans, they lost. They never surrendered. It was their quality of being in war. Around 146 BCE, the Roman Empire took over and the glorious nation of Sparta was gone from history. Now moving on to Vikings, they began at 800 AD. They lived in villages, not just lived in them, they looted them for gold and for stock. That was their life. They also were famous for exploration. In their longboats, they were great sailors. They had covered the entire Europe, even North America, before Columbus. Around 1100 AD, the Roman Catholics took over and the Vikings slowly faded away. So enough of the history lesson. We are here to see a Viking and a Spartan go head to head each other at a fight. So get your tickets ready, boys, because this is going to be a fun one. For this ultimate showdown, we can't use armies. During Navy, the Vikings win, we all know. And in land battle, the Spartans, they just take over anything. And warfare, it has so many variables. So this battle is going to be a 1v1 between, just wait a second, the most famous Spartan, between King Leonidas and the most famous, should have been to school, man, Viking Ragnar and Ragnar Lothbrok. So let the battle begin. So first of all, we need to understand each of their height, weight, equipment and their fighting skill. So first of all, King Leonidas. We're going to take reference from the 300 movie. King Leonidas is played by Gerard Butler. His height is around 6 feet 2, and look at this sculpted man. We are going to give him a height of 6 feet 2 and weight of 90 kg. And speaking of equipment, a Spartan carries a spear, a shield and a helmet. A spear weighs around 1 kilogram, a shield weighs around 6.5 and the helmet around 1.7. In total, it weighs around 9.2 kilogram. And in fighting skill, you should see him in the movie. Anyone who comes between his spear and his shield are dead. There is no one beating him. He fights like a literal god, but they are not gods. So we are going to put him category just below the gods, and we are going to put him as his fighting skill as demigod. I think it's a fair King Leonidas. So now moving on to Ragnar Lothbrok. So Ragnar Lothbrok is played by none other than Travis Fimmel. The Travis Fimmel, his height is around 5 feet and 11 inches, and give or take his weight is around 82 kg. So let's just give him the weight of 82 kg and height. Moving on to his equipment, he has an axe, a battle axe of 1.5 kg and a shield of 3.5 kg. And he also wears a chainmail armor. Let's not forget that, including 5.5 kg. But in battle, he is more of a strategist. He's not good at fighting, but his strategy are great. So we're going to put him in a great. So who would win the fight between these two, Leonidas or Ragnar? Well, if you look at everything, In height, in weight, in equipment, in fighting skill, Leonidas owns him. It's not even a fight. If they're thrown in a pit of fighting battle, there's a very high chance Leonidas wins. Ragnar, he may be a great strategist, but he has no chance against Leonidas. Unless, let's rewind. Let's see them in their weapons. So get them aside and just look at their weapons. Let's arrange them. A spear attacks in a straight position way, whereas an axe, it's more brutal. It acts like an axe. So what if he could somehow dodge the axe and attack with the axe? It's possible that Ragnar could win by defeating the spear, but it's very unlikely, around 4%. But Leonidas winning, it's a very high chance. So if you had to put your money on this epic battle, I would probably say put your entire money on the Spartan king Leonidas, because he is going to win and he is considered, in my eyes, the strongest warrior. So please subscribe if you like the video and learn something new.